Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography,
Hello,
the camaraderie.
everybody,
The fans have pulled out
match.
all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add, and it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play, and of course the right service into the box.
Howson gets it away. Looking to play him in. Nicely aimed pass. Batistuta. Cruyff. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hoeneß producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Can he get on the end of this? Quality ball. And it's Olmo. Victoria are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. He has a look, takes a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Salah. Rummenigge is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Oh, that was vital.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Now, can they get him away? Fires at it. Batistuta! He scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Mohamed Salah! He scores! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, they could be caught out here. He's picked his way through, played in with purpose.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me.
He rises! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
And it's Cruyff. Zanetti. Dani Olmo. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Hoeneß. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Can he finish? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cleared without hesitation. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Mohamed Salah with a real chance here.
Well, I suppose from the opposition's viewpoint, this was to be avoided.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rummenigge, and the shot! Swept in, and he's heaved it away. It's a threatening ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Howson. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now it's Dani Olmo. He's got away.
Oh, really well played.
And he shoots! And he's following up! Forlan. And he was quick to react. And it's Olmo. Dani Olmo. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's played. It's a mighty effort! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he's there to belt it away. Delivers the ball, terrific header! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Knocks it into space. Hoeneß gets into a good position. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Victoria! And the comeback is complete! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Looking for options for movement. And that's put paid to a promising move. And Batistuta! Should have equalised.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Corner number 2 then. Hoeneß getting this one clear. Cruyff. Jordan Henderson. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he cuts out the supply. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Victoria clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be...
He's having a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
All hands on deck for this one. And it's hoisted clear. Oh no, what has happened here? And that is that. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Hernus claiming... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle. And the list of names suggests that what we have in front of us here, Jim, is a 3-5-2 formation.
Well, the formation that was once the staple diet of the Italian game and still holds its place. To be honest, Peter, had I gone on to be a coach, this would have been my preferred setup. I think it can service many different approaches and it can add numbers quite quickly at either end of the pitch. With the right talent, this can be a thriving structure.
And he's managed to get free. And that was very necessary. Threads one in. Oh, that's a key interception. That's a super give and go.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this. This guy, Ricky Puig, is someone who really comes alive between the lines.
Well, he's got the right pedigree, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's got everything you need to be successful in that role. He's a willing runner and enjoys switching positions during the game. To get the best out of him, you want him to play with the ball at his feet so he can pick out his teammates making those runs, playing through the opposition's press. That's what he's great at.
Nakata. Manchester United finding their passes. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Mbappe, Openda. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
No, that's been intercepted. Kimmich has played it long. Tries to pass it through. Adams gets it away. Nakata. And it's made its way to him. Adams gets it clear. And they're quick to get it back. Has a look and plays it forward. Ernest.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Just no time to dwell on the ball there. And he's only too happy to take that back. Turns and goes back. Rummenigge!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Now it's Openda. Dink through. Now it's Mbappe. Goes long and straight. And the half-time whistle goes. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How would you review the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So the first half brought no goals. It's Nakata! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Oh, he's played it in low. Nice interception, well timed. Victoria are looking to go forward now. Rummenigge. Oh, and the shot! It's a goal! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Number 11.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with...
Oh, he's been caught napping! And he's a great chance! He has done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing.
Nakata! It's hit the upright. Taken back almost at once. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He's found a way through. Goes for a shot!
He's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Mosquera clears. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. A beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
That is good stretch. And he's had a hit! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's a sharp pass. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Mbappe. Out to the left it goes. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Victoria clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Number 8, Hirotoshi Nakata. Number 22, Reinders. Number 28, Ricky Point.
And that has put paid to that.
Number 17, Vitinha. Number 9,
Mosquera.
Federico Valverde. Number 4, Raikkonen.
And here's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? He's on it. Shoots! And it's hoisted clear. Ernest. And he cuts out the supply. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And he shoots! And that's it. Vitoria can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
And this is Forlan. Oh, this is a great position. Rummenigge! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Rummenigge. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's a corner.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Chance, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Hazard can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Chelsea have their second corner now. Mateus can get it clear. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to dink it through. Suarez finds himself offside. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he's managed to get rid. Nicely shaped ball. Hazard. It's Hazard! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Mohamed Salah. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Can he get onto this? Hazard. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that has not gone well. He's gone forward, and it's Olmo. He's had a shot! Goal! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Chelsea are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Hazard. Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Luis Suarez. Quality ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Victoria really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Cleared without complication. Oh, terrible pass. Rummenigge. Here's a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Victoria still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Bojan Krkić picks it up out wide.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. And it's been played through. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Well, there's the clearance. Ernest. Your impression so far, Jim?
Victoria are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
And that's another good win of the ball. And this is Mohamed Salah.
Victoria really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Decent chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Mohamed Salah actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Luis Suarez. Lovely bit of skill. He's beaten the last man. Hazard! And that would have won it.
Hazard really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Victoria really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Pinches it off him.
Oh, really well played.
Caresses it through. Takes a shot! He's scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And it's Olmo. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Danny Olmo. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And that's that. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong. But well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Italy have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Takes a shot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Rummenigge is having a shot! Goal! Victoria! First blood drawn. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Bale. Cannavaro. Vittoria are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And he's managed to get rid and smartly reclaimed. This might spell danger. Big chance!
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
It's a mighty effort! It's anyone's ball now. It's their second corner of the game. Oh, smashing header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
He's had it taken off him. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Salah, this is promising.
Mohamed Salah really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Looking for options for movement. Forlan gets into a good position. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a decent clearance. Ernest. And this could be the final action of the first half. Punched away. And it's half-time here. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter.
Please
Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Victoria have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And if you just... And the shot! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Well, the angle wasn't good, and neither was the keeper. He scored then when he had no right to.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Victoria are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Check gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And it's Batistuta. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Tries to play it through. That's a nicely shaped ball. Bale is herring after that one. Bale. And this is Mohamed Salah. Shot, surely! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mohamed Salah really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he cuts out the supply. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Gabriel gets over and intercepts. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Victoria clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Bale powering forward here. Cross to the back post, big header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 3 coming up. There's the header! Victoria are looking to go forward now. Mohamed Salah. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. And the shot! In he goes again! He scores! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And it's made its way. Goes for a shot! Really well taken goal. There seemed no way back, but they are level. Well, there was to be no other outcome.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And yes, it's him again. We have ourselves a real game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Rummenigge. And this is Forlan.
Added minutes
Might
has
be
been
danger
indicated.
here. That is a crunching tackle. He's gone direct here. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. That has not gone well. Zanetti. Rummenigge. Shoots! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! One sweep. And we're done. Victoria proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Rummenigge, hat-trick scorer. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides
Hello,
get ready to lock
everybody, and
horns.
welcome to
This is
today's
football
match.
at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt.
Big chance! And he's there to belt it away. And this is Forlan. And this is Forlan. Forlan! It is a very, very good save.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Oh, that's a key interception. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Rummenigge. Now it's Forlan. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fernando Torres. Shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Urawa Reds with the corner. They're first. Beckham standing over it. Victoria are looking to go forward now. Mohamed Salah. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Forlan. Pass is just off target. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Rummenigge has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on... And the shot! Goal! Victoria! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Victoria really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And here's Forlan. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Rijkaard. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, it's a promising build-up this. Plenty of really nice passing.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Mohamed Salah, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And that interception. There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How would you review the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. The boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Victoria have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
Substitution.
Here we go again. Victoria carrying a one-goal lead. Now it's Rashford. And the through ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he thumps it clear. Now it's Rashford. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
The worst choice he could pick. He needed to get his head up and see the outlet to his right.
Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hernes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Rashford. And here's Mbappe. He's got away. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Urawa Reds really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Rashford. That's a little off target. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that. Spread out to the left. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
Forlan really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Terrific header! It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some
And Messi! They've got to be quick to recover this. Nicely aimed pass. Mohamed Salah threads one in. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Victoria clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that is expertly dealt with. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Ronaldinho. Forlan, who's set up 1 goal so far. That pass has been well intercepted. Adams. Now Ronaldinho. Rijkaard. And here's Mbappe.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse
There will be
and
one
slipped
minute
into
at a time.
tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And the referee brings it to a close. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everybody, and
The fans
welcome
have
to
pulled out all
today's
the
match.
stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is...
Oh, shooting chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Kaka. Kaka! Now, who's going to be first to this? Kupchu, great ball, and he's in here! And that pass isn't the best. And it's Kaka.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, well played, well played. He's a sharp little ball here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vittoria still without a single shot on target. Zanetti is there to clear. Little pass back. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Fired deep towards the back post. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And here's Hullet. And he's being shifted off it.
Hullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter.
Takes a shot! Goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Oh, smashing header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Hernes tries to pass it through. Oh, that's nice. Pinches it off him. Ball is over the line.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And he's heaved it away. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Vittoria can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Rummenigge. Oh, he's burst through. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Games hinge on moments like this. Formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Great ball if he can get there. He's had a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Otto kept his eye on it, and he's there. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Played back in. Mohamed Salah. Rummenigge. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Mohamed Salah. Rummenigge. It's played through for him. Great chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's there to belt it away.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, El Haj Diouf. Number 10, Gullit.
Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Donadoni. Number 6, Kukcu.
McAllister.
Number 3, Chiellini. Coming on the field.
And it's McAllister.
Number 11, Mbappe. Number 9,
And it's McAllister.
Rashford. Number 5,
He's tried one!
Tonali. Number 17,
And that's a real chance
McAllister.
missed.
That could
Number
yet
15.
prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Hernes. Rummenigge. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, that might be that piece. Shapes to shoot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Desperate defending required here. Cleared away. And here's Kaka.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
So that's going to be another corner. All hands on deck for this one. Cannavaro with the clearance. He's having a go! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Can he get it through? Adams cuts it out. And time is up. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello, everybody,
camaraderie.
and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled
today's
out all
match.
the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway.
I think this is a formation that offers excellent balance, Peter.
Particularly tried and tested in the Italian game, of course.
Yeah, and exported with great success too, because it allows half of the team to commit to either attack or defence. The three at the back and the double pivot, as well as the three attackers and two wide men. Teams often switch between this and 4-3-3 by dropping one of their pivots into the defensive line. It's very adaptable.
Knocks it into space. Thuram gets over and intercepts. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really not... Best! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Pass is just off target. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Kaká, he has found a way through. No goals as yet. Now it's Forlan, Rummenigge. And he's managed to get free. Oh, shooting chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Rummenigge is offering a wry smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
It's a mighty effort! He's missed, but not by that far.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Chouameni, he won't be happy with that one. Howson. Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Kaká. Cruyff demonstrating his defensive quality there. Mohamed Salah. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice control. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, this looks sharp. Played back. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Pirlo. Not the most convincing of passes. Now it's Forlan, and he's worked it through. And this is Mohamed Salah. That has ended up in no man's land. Pirlo. Kaka. That's a lovely, neat pass. Mbappe. Now he wants to get in on the act here.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Pirlo with the short one.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's made its way to him. Best! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. And we hit half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
This looks promising. Oh, sweet feet. Now, can he find a finish? Decent chance! They've done it! The breakthrough arrives at last! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive. The finish, exquisite.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And the keeper gets his hands on it. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And it's Del Piero. And Del Piero! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And the shot's on here. Shot a goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Best really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Madrid have their second corner now. Pirlo goes short. Rijkaard simply refused to be outdone there.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh no, this does not look good. He's found a way through. They're urging him to shoot. Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
It's their second corner of the game. And that has been cleared. And claimed it back swiftly.
Vittoria really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's being urged to shoot. Zanetti, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Varane kept his eye on it, and he's there. Best. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Forlan goes for a shot! It's a goal! They have stolen level at the last! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Victoria
Four
are such an
added minutes
adept
has been
counter-attacking
indicated.
team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Rummenigge. Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Karl-Heinz